in a lot of ways, his star is rising. And I'm not saying he's better than Paul McCartney. I'm not even saying that. I'm not saying he's a better musician or better performer or anything like that. But people are just gravitating to Ringo for some reason. Maybe I'm just making it up. Maybe this is just me looking at something. But it just kind of sort of seems that way because Ringo has this straightforward, down to earth, grounded message that we can all relate to, that everybody's kind of gathered around like a campfire. That's Ringo. It's like, ooh, we want to get warmer with that. That makes us feel good. So everybody wants that. Ringo, the warm and fuzzy campfire, just making everything nice, keeping away the flies. I get a little too far out. Ringo, that campfire. But it's true. I mean, Ringo, you want to kind of be near him. He just makes the place better. When we get older, we're supposed to slow down or retire or semi-retire. But I don't think anybody's told Ringo Starr that, and I don't think they will, and I hope they don't, because it seems like he's been more successful and more productive than ever. And it also seems like he's been getting a lot of attention by the press. He's been in the news a lot lately, and not just because it's his birthday on July 7th and he's promoting his Peace and Love campaign, but I think people are waking up to the fact that there's really something special about Ringo Starr. And I'm not talking necessarily about his music. I'm talking about how he lives his life and who he is. And I don't really think there's a big fat secret here. People always want to make it complicated. Hey, like, what's the secret? They're trying to look behind the curtains. When really, hey, it's just out here on display for all to see, like it has been for decades. And Paul McCartney kind of says it just the right way. Paul McCartney says, hey, he's Ringo and nobody else is. And what has Ringo been doing for decades? Ringo's just been, hey, doing his best. He's been waiting his turn, waiting for his moment, always being ready and like showing up, being there for his friends, trying to make everything better for everybody else. And he's also been trying to be a better person, a better human. He's improving upon himself and being a better dad, being like a better husband, trying to give back to the community, give back to the world, spreading that peace and love message because he does have a big voice. And he's not making it be about him. That's never been Ringo's style. And that, I think, is what's so endearing and so authentic and so rare about Ringo, because that's just who he is. That's what he's always been. And it also seems to me like in some way his star is rising. He's becoming more relevant because of it. And I also look to me like Paul was kind of giving Ringo the spotlight. It's just beautiful. So Ringo is kind of taking it in his way, saying, hey, I've got really nothing special or magic to say here. I'm just talking. Hey, you want to do well? You want to do good in music? You want to do good? Okay, well then just make it be your voice. Have something special to say, like grab onto it and don't just talk about it. Get up off the couch and do it. And that's actually harder than what it sounds like. A lot of people, it's hard to keep going. It's hard to find success because there's a lot of steps that you got to take to get there. And it's hard when you're climbing up that mountain. And that's what I think is so amazing about Ringo. And that's why I think Ringo's message is so important because, he has that longevity because he's kept the pace, because he's been steady. He's got that perfect timing here. So he's got the perfect timing for life. You just gotta keep on going. And one guy asked him the question, hey, Ringo, like, what's your secret? You're 85. And Ringo says, hey, I just gotta keep on moving and eat less. It's that basic. So no big words of wisdom. Ringo says, hey, I'm just talking. And everybody's kind of gathered around Ringo like a campfire, just trying to stay warm because that's Ringo. He's just warm, just making the whole place better, just nicer. So there's just no magic, no secret. Ringo being Ringo, reliable, who he's always been, and giving back. And everything is just kind of coming back to him. Like, this is his moment, I think. This is his time. A little bit of time here in the spotlight. He's not asking for it. He's not grabbing onto it. He's just showing up and the light's shining on him. And something that he deserves, and I definitely hope that he keeps on going. I hope that his star keeps on rising. I hope that he keeps on being successful and productive. And I hope he keeps on being Ringo. So happy birthday, Ringo. And peace and love to you forever. And peace and love to all of you. I really appreciate you all. Hey, Ringo, what's your secret to success? And I don't think they're just asking about, hey, what makes you a successful drummer? And I think people do ask that, and people want to know about his drumming and the Beatles. They all want to know that. But I think he's becoming a lot more relevant because here's this guy who just keeps on going. And in a lot of ways, just keeps on getting better. The more he goes on, the older he gets. It's almost like he's getting younger. And I don't blame people for wanting to know, hey, Ringo, what's your secret?